You should be able to see my my browser and these pictures, which come under the heading of vaguely religious. They're ad majorem Dei gloriam, to the greater glory of God. They're sort of religious pictures, or pictures with some sort of religious quality, like a picture inside a church. When I went to visit my friend who works at the National Gallery, I just happened to glimpse this picture by Tiepolo, a painting, proper oil painting, and I just sketched it and then I colored it in on my phone. I'm just giving you the sense that this is part of the universe where I'm working, this stuff that I like very much, this story. Hope you can see this now. The story of doubting Thomas, who after the crucifixion, when Christ had risen, said to the other apostles he wouldn't believe it until he could put his finger in the wounds. Here's Thomas just before the Caravaggio painting. This one's by Rembrandt. And this is where Jesus is clearly saying, here, go on if you want. And Thomas is saying, what, really? And 2 years ago, my friend delivered a sermon on this. And it was in the middle of lockdown. And I was thinking, how can you do sermons in lockdown and it's all digital, and does it all count? And what does it mean to be in church online? And I just had an envelope, and the envelope had this window, and the window reminded me of my computer screen, my Apple. And so I was trying to imagine that maybe I was being a bit like doubting Thomas, needing to work out whether there's anything real in this window. So you see, I was just kind of thinking about relationship of a person and their religion or spiritual practice or faith or whatever you want to call it, and having to do it through digital devices. And so I was thinking about that. And anyway, my friend liked it and shared it. Anyway, then the next thing that happens is my friend asked if I might do another version of St. Thomas. What does it look like when a person is thinking about putting a hand in? We had a conversation about the generosity of Jesus standing there and saying, here, put your hand in. I wanted this to look like a very generous, here, it's okay, you can do it if you want. It's, yeah, put your hand in if you want. I wanted that openness and generosity. I wanted a sense of it being a stage. I also wanted some other figures off stage to be sharing the pleasure of knowing what he was about to find out. I like the theatrical quality of different people's responses shedding light on other people. So I put him over here on his own, so he's a bit isolated, he's the only doubter. These lot all already know, they all believe, they're all happy, they're smiling, they're delighted that he's going to have the pleasure of finding out. And I scanned it and I put it on an online tool called Aggie.io, which I've used many times. It's a bit like Photoshop and Procreate on my iPad. It's got lots of layers. I brought in the photo. I told you that the figure was too high, so I had cut him out and I moved him a bit lower. Now I want to put that back how it was. A bit of colour and a bit more. I also played around in photos and darkening it again and then creating sort of a dazzling effect around Jesus. And eventually I settled on it being like this, and I added the Greek words, which I hand wrote. I'm not an expert, so it took quite a lot of trying to follow accurately what I saw on there's a website called Bible Hub, so I found the Greek version there. Yeah, so here it says, unless I'm able to see this and see that and put my hand and my fingers, whatever, I will not believe. So I put that down there.